It's time to answer your Twitter questions here on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange. I'm here with Jim Cramer. Jim, lots of questions today. Let's get started.
Sure.
C-Reb says, Jim, congrats on the wedding. Is Alibaba bouncing around the bottom? Do you think it's a buy time?
All right, I'm just telling you to own Yahoo, because if you get rid of Alibaba and you take the Yahoo Japan, you've got a minus $1 valuation for Yahoo. Marissa Meyer's worth more than that, believe me.
Now Scott Marlowe asks, thoughts on Facebook for the long term given their latest results?
All right, thank you for focusing on the long term. What they're doing is focusing on the long term. They could produce much better results if they wanted to, but they're choosing not to monetize all the ads. Why? Because Zuckerberg doesn't want to compromise the user experience. I think this is a great stock to own to 100.
Now, a couple of questions coming in on Chipotle. Eric Sigler writes, what are your thoughts on Chipotle? It seems their continued rising costs will keep their stock from moving up.
I'm not really worried about rising costs because I think that the whole system of agribusiness in this country is going their way. And remember, natural and organic is not an expensive way to grow. It's just we spend too much time growing corn for ethanol. Corn is shifting and actually going down. They're not going to grow as much corn. I think that's actually long-term going to help Chipotle. Last night on Twitter, I posted something positive about Chipotle. Immediately was attacked. I say be careful here. Last year when they reported a soft quarter, the stock went down for a couple of days. Actually, eight sessions. And then it started bottoming. I'm saying the same thing could happen again. We're in session 2.
Now, Derek Telgard asks, what do you think of Harley-Davidson, ticker HOG? A big overreaction to lower earnings guidance?
No, because Polaris supported today, PII, and I think this Indian cycle is doing really good. Scott Wine, who is the CEO of Polaris, he is just such a brilliant man. He's taking that company to new heights. Own PII and sell HOG.
Sig57 asks, would you be long shares of Twitter heading into earnings next week?
I think that I would be. Now, here's why. I think that the monthly average users are getting better, but more importantly, the technology is getting better. All of us who are on Twitter recognize it's a lot more fun lately. You get a lot of good videos. I posted a lot of good videos of the wedding, and the outpouring was incredible. And People Magazine even watched my feed because they did a nice spread on the wedding.
Now, lots of energy news coming out of Houston, Texas this week at the Sarah conference. Clint Pettyjohn asks, what would you recommend as a good entry point to Halliburton?
All right, Halliburton right here. I mean, I prefer Schlumberger. That's an ActionAlertsPlus.com name because Schlumberger's quarter was actually amazing. I couldn't believe how well they did, but the Halliburton combination Baker Hughes will be very powerful, but you're going to have to sit with that for some time.
Thanks, Jim.
Thank you.
On the floor of the New York Stock Exchange, I'm Ruben Ramirez, and if you have questions for Jim, tweet them to Cramer Q.